Nuts you should and shouldn't eat after 60. Could this seemingly harmless habit be quietly affecting your heart, memory, and lifespan? Many people believe that all nuts are a miracle food for health. But for older adults, the truth is not that simple, and sometimes the fine line between benefit and harm can be a matter of life and death. What's alarming is that nearly 99% of people over 60 have no idea that certain types of nuts can raise cholesterol by more than 40%, increase heart attack risk by nearly 30%, and cause joint pain, all because of hidden compounds inside them. In fact, a reputable study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that regularly eating the wrong type of nuts after age 60 could raise the risk of sudden cardiovascular events by as much as 21%. Before you dismiss this as an exaggerated warning or just another internet rumor, let me be clear. Everything you're about to hear is backed by scientific evidence, published research, and clinically verified results. These are proven facts, and understanding them can help you avoid some of the most serious health risks at this stage of life. In today's video, we'll reveal 4 types of nuts you should eat and 4 types you should avoid at all costs. In particular, the number 1 most dangerous nut one that hardly anyone suspects often appears in so-called healthy nut mixes, advertised as good for you. Stay tuned until the very end to find out exactly what it is. Before we dive in, tell us where you're from, how old you are, and which nuts you eat most often, or if you've ever cut certain nuts out of your diet. We read and respond to every one of your comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you won't miss other valuable health tips for seniors. Now, let's uncover the surprising truth about nuts and how to make smarter choices that could help extend your life. Number 4. Pecans. When it comes to pecans, many people might immediately think of festive holiday pies or rich, indulgent desserts. But behind that humble brown shell lies a true nutritional treasure from nature, packed with compounds that can protect heart health and support longevity. Especially valuable for those over the age of 60, what makes pecans especially remarkable is not just their pleasant, buttery flavor, but also their unique combination of plant sterols, vitamin E, and a powerful group of antioxidants. According to nutrition experts, just a small handful of pecans a day can help improve blood vessel health and reduce the risk of cardiovascular events. Several studies have even shown that this benefit can be comparable to certain medical interventions, yet it comes entirely from a natural food source. Pecans are also rich in a special group of antioxidants called flavonoids. These compounds help reduce inflammation in the vessel walls and contribute to the repair of the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of blood vessels. You can think of this process as regular road maintenance, patching up cracks, smoothing the surface, and allowing traffic, or in this case, blood flow, to move more smoothly. As a result, the risk of blood clots, heart attacks, and strokes can be significantly lowered. On top of that, pecans have a very low glycemic index, meaning they have little to no effect on raising blood sugar levels. This is great news for people living with diabetes or prediabetes, a group that makes up nearly 2/3 of seniors in the United States. Additionally, the healthy fats in pecans help promote a lasting feeling of fullness, making it easier to maintain a stable weight. If you'd like to make pecans a regular part of your diet, there are plenty of simple ways to do it. You can sprinkle them over your morning oatmeal, mix them into plain yogurt, or make a lightly salted snack by tossing them with smoked paprika and olive oil before roasting until golden and fragrant. Each bite of pecan not only offers a pleasant, satisfying taste, but also quietly works to protect your arteries, support your immune system, and keep your skin looking vibrant and healthy as the years go by. Number 3. Walnuts. It's no coincidence that walnuts resemble tiny human brains. Nature seems to be hinting that this nut is truly a golden food for mental sharpness, especially for those aged 60 and over. What makes walnuts stand out is their exceptionally high content of DHA, a type of essential omega-3 fatty acid, higher than any other nut. DHA serves as premium fuel for a brain that needs to stay clear and focused as the years go by. The human brain is made up of about 60% fat, but not all fats nourish it. As we age, brain volume naturally declines on average, about 5% per decade after the age of 40. This shrinkage directly affects memory and concentration. Omega-3 second in walnuts help keep brain cell membranes soft and flexible, allowing nutrients to pass in and waste products to pass out more efficiently. A study from the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, found that older adults who regularly ate walnuts scored significantly higher on memory and processing speed tests. This benefit comes from walnuts' ability to reduce inflammation in the brain, with chronic inflammation now recognized as a key driver of cognitive decline and even dementia. You can think of omega-3 second as tiny firefighters, tirelessly extinguishing smoldering flames of inflammation, protecting brain cells from damage. Walnuts aren't just brain food, they also support muscle health. They contain a compound called pedunculogen, which the gut microbiome converts into urolithin molecules that help muscles maintain strength and recover more effectively. This is crucial because after age 60, the body loses about 3% of its muscle mass per year, a condition called sarcopenia. This leads to muscle weakness, increased fall risk, and reduced independence. Another often overlooked benefit: walnuts are among the rare foods that naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep cycles. As we age, melatonin production declines, leading to lighter, more fragmented sleep. Eating a small handful of walnuts about an hour before bed may help you fall asleep faster and enjoy deeper rest. To get the most out of walnuts, try chopping them and sprinkling over yogurt in the morning, or adding them to a fresh spinach salad with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. If you find the flavor slightly bitter, lightly toasting them in a dry skillet for a few minutes will bring out their rich, buttery aroma without the need for added salt or sugar. For those who have difficulty chewing, soaking walnuts overnight will soften them, making them easier to eat while preserving their full nutritional value. And if you are still watching up to this point, I would like to invite you to leave the number 3 in the comments. This will let me know that you have received valuable insights and found them helpful. Number 2. Almonds. Almonds have long been regarded as one of nature's most exceptional nutritional gifts, especially for those in middle age and beyond who wish to maintain flexibility, independence, and an active lifestyle. They are packed with vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant, often compared to a protective armor that shields every cell from the assault of free radicals. What's remarkable is that the vitamin E in almonds not only benefits overall health, but also focuses on 3 areas most vulnerable to aging: the skin, the eyes, and the immune system. When your body receives enough vitamin E, the risk of age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults, can be significantly reduced. Some studies have found that higher vitamin E intake may help lower the risk of this condition by up to about 25%, allowing your eyes to serve you well for many more years. Beyond that, vitamin E helps protect cell membranes, allowing them to stay youthful and resilient against the wear and tear of time. Just a small handful of almonds can provide nearly half of your daily vitamin E requirement in a natural and easily absorbed form, quite different from synthetic sources in pill form. Another standout benefit of almonds is their ability to help regulate blood sugar. Thanks to a balanced combination of healthy fats, protein, and fiber, almonds slow down sugar absorption, preventing sudden spikes and crashes in blood glucose fluctuations that can be especially harmful with age. One study on older adults with prediabetes found that eating almonds daily improved insulin sensitivity by as much as 20% in just 4 months. This means you're not only protecting your blood sugar, but also supporting a stable weight. Despite being energy-dense, almonds can help maintain a healthy figure by promoting satiety and reducing the urge for uncontrolled snacking. Additionally, almonds are among the few nuts rich in both calcium and magnesium, 2 key minerals essential for keeping bones strong and lowering the risk of osteoporosis. As we age, maintaining bone density is directly linked to preserving mobility, self-care abilities, and the freedom to enjoy life to the fullest. To fully reap their benefits, you can roast almonds with a sprinkle of cinnamon and sea salt for a fragrant, nutty snack, or opt for smooth almond butter if chewing becomes difficult. Simply spread almond butter on whole grain bread or a few slices of apple, and you'll have a snack that's not only delicious but also deeply nourishing for your overall health. Number 1. Pistachios. Pistachios have long been considered one of nature's precious gifts to human health, especially for those over the age of 60. They are far more than just a tasty snack. These little gems offer a sophisticated balance of nutrition and medical benefits, targeting some of the most pressing health concerns in later life. One of their most notable features is their high potassium content, about 291 milligrams per ounce, which plays a crucial role in regulating blood pressure. With nearly 70% of people over 60 facing hypertension, getting enough potassium acts like a natural pressure release valve for the blood vessels, counteracting the effects of sodium and helping arteries stay relaxed. Beyond cardiovascular health, pistachios contain a unique antioxidant profile rarely found in other nuts. Lutein and zeaxanthin, two compounds naturally present in the retina, work like an internal pair of protective glasses for your eyes, reducing the impact of blue light and minimizing oxidative damage. For those who frequently use computers, smartphones, or e-readers, this protective shield is truly valuable. Studies show that adequate intake of lutein and zeaxanthin can reduce the risk of cataracts and age-related macular degeneration by as much as 40%. Another benefit, often overlooked, is that pistachios provide all 9 essential amino acids, making them a complete source of protein, something rare among plant-based foods. As we age, the body becomes less efficient at utilizing protein, sometimes requiring up to 50% more than younger adults to maintain muscle mass, strength, and recovery ability. Thanks to their easy digestibility, the protein in pistachios supports muscle health, immune function, and wound healing. Additionally, compared to many other nuts, pistachios are lower in calories yet still nutrient-dense, making them an excellent choice for those who want to boost nutrient intake without excess energy. The act of shelling each nut as you eat also serves as a natural portion control mechanism, giving your brain time to register fullness and helping prevent overeating. In other words, this small nut not only nourishes your body but also trains patience and mindful eating. If you find this sharing helpful, kindly comment with the number 1 below. That's a simple way for me to know that you are still interested and accompanying me on this journey toward living healthier and improving your quality of life each day. That's why pistachios rank among the 4 best nuts to nourish health after age 60. Now, let's explore the 4 types of nuts older adults should avoid to protect their bodies in the safest way possible. Number 4. Macadamia nuts. At first glance, macadamia nuts may seem harmless, glossy, luxurious, buttery in flavor, and often featured in everything from premium snack mixes to pricey cookies. But dig a little deeper, and the picture isn't quite as appealing. Macadamias are one of the most energy-dense nuts, with roughly 75% of their calories coming from pure fat. While some of that fat is heart-healthy monounsaturated fat beneficial in moderation, what matters is how these fats interact with the body after age 60, especially if eaten regularly. One often overlooked point is that macadamia nuts contain a significant amount of palmitic acid, a type of saturated fat linked to increases in LDL cholesterol. This bad cholesterol can adhere to artery walls, gradually narrowing blood flow and paving the way for heart attacks or strokes. In older adults, where arterial walls are already less elastic, these harmful effects can appear faster and more severely. What's more, most macadamias on the market are roasted in oil or coated in chocolate. This processing adds more saturated fat and sugar, making the blood thicker and stickier, which in turn increases the risk of blood clots, a silent but very real danger for anyone over 60. Poor blood circulation doesn't just threaten heart health. It can also contribute to memory decline and prolonged fatigue. Many studies also warn that a diet high in saturated fat can trigger low-grade inflammation in the body. This silent process can worsen joint pain, reduce flexibility, and even accelerate skin aging. That's why you might notice small but accumulating health changes over time. While enjoying a few macadamias occasionally won't cause immediate harm, making them a daily snack can quietly put your cardiovascular system at risk. The good news is, there are smarter alternatives. If you're looking for a nut that's both rich and heart-friendly, try pecans or walnuts. Both deliver that satisfying taste while packing nutrients that support heart health and help maintain healthy cholesterol levels. Number 3. Cashews. Cashews are often thought of as a healthy snack simply because they are nuts. But the truth is that for those over 60, they carry hidden risks that many people don't realize. In my experience, caring for seniors, I've seen many cases where patients unintentionally worsened their health simply by eating cashews regularly without understanding their biological impact. One of the biggest concerns with cashews is their very high oxalate content. This is a plant-derived compound that, when it accumulates in excess, can crystallize in the kidneys and form kidney stones, hard deposits that cause excruciating pain, sometimes blocking the flow of urine and leading to infections. After age 60, kidney filtration and excretory functions naturally decline, and mild chronic dehydration is common. This means that consuming additional oxalates from cashews can quietly drive up the risk of kidney stone formation much more than you might expect. Cashews also contain significantly more carbohydrates than many other nuts. When eaten, these carbs can spike blood sugar faster than you think, especially if consumed on an empty stomach or in large amounts at once. For those managing diabetes or prediabetes, sudden blood sugar fluctuations can cause fatigue, dizziness, and even reduced concentration. This is something many overlook because they assume that natural automatically means harmless. In addition, many store-bought cashews are roasted in cheap vegetable oils that are high in inflammatory omega-6 fats. Excess omega-6 intake can worsen joint pain, promote chronic inflammation, and slow the body's natural recovery process. For those with high blood pressure, salted roasted cashews are even riskier, as the high sodium content can silently raise blood pressure further, increasing the risk of stroke or heart attack. Even if you choose unsalted cashews, the risks remain for people with kidney or heart problems. That's why my advice is to treat cashews as an occasional indulgence rather than a regular part of your diet. There are many other nut options on the market that are safer and more nutritious, meeting your nutritional needs while minimizing long-term health risks. And if you're still with me at this point, please leave a comment with the number 3 below. Not just for counting, but so I know that you're genuinely interested in your own health and you're truly walking this journey of living healthy, informed, and taking responsibility for your body with me. Number 2. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts have long been praised as a rich source of selenium, a trace mineral that supports thyroid function and strengthens the immune system. You only need a very small amount of selenium each day to maintain the body's balance. But here's the catch. Brazil nuts contain such extremely high levels of selenium that they far exceed actual daily requirements. In just a small serving, the selenium content can be hundreds of times higher than the recommended daily intake, in some cases over 500% more than what your body truly needs. For people over 60, this risk is even greater because, as we age, kidney and liver function decline, making it harder to eliminate excess minerals and allowing toxins to accumulate. Chronic selenium poisoning, known as selenosis, doesn't announce itself dramatically. It begins quietly with subtle signs that are easy to overlook, such as persistent fatigue, hair loss, nausea, joint pain, or memory decline. These symptoms are often mistaken for just signs of aging, but they can actually be warning signals that your body is undergoing a form of slow poisoning. I've seen many older adults assume that just a few nuts won't cause any harm, but the scientific data is clear. Just 2 Brazil nuts can supply your entire daily selenium requirement. Eating more than 4 or 5 per day on a regular basis carries a very high risk of toxicity, especially for older individuals. Another little-known fact is that Brazil nuts also contain significant levels of natural radioactivity. The Brazil nut tree absorbs radium from deep in the soil, resulting in radiation levels about 1,000 times higher than most other foods. While this level of radiation is not immediately dangerous, long-term consumption can cause radium to accumulate in the bones, replacing calcium. For older adults who are already facing osteoporosis or reduced bone density, this accumulation can accelerate bone degeneration and significantly increase the risk of serious fractures. Some studies have documented measurable radiation exposure in people who eat Brazil nuts regularly. At an age when cancer risk is already higher, deliberately adding this extra hazard simply isn't worth the gamble. Dietary habits, if left unchecked, can quietly become the root cause of serious health consequences that you can easily avoid. Number 1. Peanuts. Peanuts may sound harmless, but the truth is, they're not actually nuts, they're legumes. This difference is more than just a matter of botanical classification. It directly affects how your body reacts to and processes them. In older adults, especially after the age of 60, this can become a serious concern. What worries me most is that peanuts can contain high levels of aflatoxin, a toxin produced by mold during storage. In younger people, the liver is still capable of filtering out some of this toxin, but in later years, declining liver function makes it easier for aflatoxin to accumulate. Even small amounts consumed regularly can raise the risk of liver cancer. For those with existing liver disease or who drink alcohol, the damage is multiplied. Several studies show that seniors who eat peanuts frequently have aflatoxin biomarkers in their blood up to 60% higher than those who avoid them. That's not all. Peanuts also carry an inflammatory risk. They contain lectins and a high ratio of omega-6 fatty acids, both of which can promote inflammation in the body. Older adults already live with a baseline level of inflammaging, and adding peanuts is like pouring fuel on the fire. The result isn't just joint pain and stiffness, but also an acceleration of cognitive decline, cardiovascular disease, and other degenerative processes. I've seen cases where simply removing peanuts from the diet for 4 weeks led to significant reductions in inflammatory markers such as C-reactive protein and interleukin-6. Another hidden danger is that peanuts can trigger allergies even if you've never had them before. New-onset allergies in later life are becoming increasingly common, but are often overlooked because the symptoms can mimic other age-related issues such as digestive problems, rashes, or even mild shortness of breath. In some cases, they can lead to severe reactions like anaphylaxis. On top of that, peanuts can interfere with the effectiveness of many medications commonly used by seniors, such as blood thinners, ACE inhibitors, and certain antidepressants. Proteins in peanuts can bind to these drugs in the digestive tract, making them less effective and creating unpredictable health risks. Given that around 90% of people over 65 take at least one prescription medication, this combination poses no small threat. It's the combined effect of toxins, inflammation, allergies, and drug interactions that makes peanuts one of the foods I often advise those over 60 to limit or avoid entirely. So, as you can see, not all nuts offer the same benefits, especially when it comes to the health of older adults. Remember, the seemingly small choices you make in your daily diet can add up to major impacts over time. Every handful of nuts you eat is not just food, it's a decision that directly influences your future health and quality of life. Now, I'd love to hear from you. After changing the type of nuts you eat, have you noticed any improvements in your health? And in the list of nuts to avoid, was there one that truly surprised you? Share your stories, experiences, and thoughts in the comments below. I always appreciate and look forward to reading every single one. Thank you for watching.